Hi guys, happy Sunday. I thought I would jump on here really quick and talk about apple cider vinegar. So apple cider vinegar, I have this love-hate relationship with it. I love it because of all the amazing properties that it comes with, but the smell makes me gag. Choking it down every morning makes me want to vomit. But sometimes you gotta use the things that have benefits and outweigh the cons of me being a baby and suck it up and use it. So I want to just talk about it really, really quickly and talk about the awesome benefits that it has. And just off the top of my head, it's good to detox the body. It is great for acid reflux and heartburn. It's fantastic for balancing the pH in the body, which we know I'm a huge advocate of. And I talk about my greens and reds all the time. And I just want to go over it really quickly. And I'm going to go through like 20 benefits of apple cider vinegar. So one, it detoxes the body. So apple cider vinegar is a natural liver and lymphatic tonic. So it detoxes the body and it helps balances your body's pH, and it stimulates the cardiovascular stimulation. So bowel mobility, lymphatic drainage. And the best way to kind of do apple cider vinegar is always in in a warmer or room temperature beverage, because when it's cold, I think that kind of goes against everything that apple cider vinegar is supposed to do, because in the digestion it's a warming process. So making it cold would just kind of go against anything, and I never recommend drinking cold water. You can use it to condition your hair, and just adding a little bit in a spray bottle with some water, and doing a hair treatment after you shampoo your hair like 2 to 3 times a week. That's really good to help your hair shine. You can use it to whiten your teeth. You can just take your finger and over it, and the pH of apple cider vinegar removes stains from your teeth, so that's why it's usually used as a whitener. Obviously, the first thing I ever learned about apple cider vinegar was that it is great for acid reflux and heartburn. And the main cause of acid reflux and heartburn are an imbalance in stomach pH, usually not enough stomach acid. And this helps to neutralize, and it helps bring the lack of enzyme and probiotics needed for digestion. So using apple cider vinegar is full of all of those nutrients, and adding just even a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar to your drinking water, 5 to 10 minutes before you're going to eat is a great way, and it's a cheap and effective way to get in a good enzyme. The acid that is naturally occurring in apple cider vinegar is really good for killing off bacteria and fungus. It's great for candida, and all we know that so many people struggle with candida and yeast, and the crappy side effects that come with yeast. So this is also a really great way to kill it off, because of the great probiotics and the type of acid that promotes growth and probiotics and kill off candida in apple cider vinegar. It can actually, using it a few times a day, it cleans out, and it's really good to take care of sugar cravings as well. It's going to balance that pH in your body because it has acetic acid, which is acidic. It's more, but it tastes acidic, but it's actually alkalining in the body. And it balances your body's pH, which can reduce your risk of chronic illness and all kinds of nasty disease, because as we know, disease doesn't thrive in an alkaline body. Really good for supporting weight loss and metabolism. And there's lots of studies done that show that apple cider vinegar actually promotes weight loss, and that the several reasons that it is because one of those reasons that apple cider vinegar reduces sugar cravings, like we just talked about, for the benefits of the candida, and it improves your detoxification process. And it also, because of the acetic acid, it helps to actually literally reduce fat in the body. You can use it to clean your house, okay? So you can put it in a spritzer bottle. I put in, sometimes the smell is, I'm really sensitive to the smell. It drives me crazy. So I use regular vinegar, but you could always use apple cider vinegar and mix that with your essential oils to make a really good antibacterial, antifungal killer. And it's cheap. It's such a good way to use it. Really good to bring down fever. So if parents have kids or you have a fever, you can wet a washcloth with it and put it over the forehead. Maybe that helps to bring down the fever. And this is the same way that will also cool off a sunburn. Again, balances blood sugar, improves diabetes. So again, because it has that wonderful acidic acid in it, it actually shows that it brings down blood sugar, and it's an easy way to, and cheap. I like that it's cheap. To do that. It's good for healing certain bacterial infections. Let's say poison ivy is not bacterial, but because it has potassium, it has magnesium, it has phosphorus, it's also the polyphenols in it. It's really beneficial to treat certain things like poison ivy as well. It's a good bug repellent as well. I like to mix that with essential oils as well to repel bugs and to keep them away from if you have pets. Really good for seasonal allergy. Again, because of that antibacterial and fungal compounds in apple cider vinegar. It's great also for skin and toenail fungus. And you can just apply it. Really good for eczema and acne as well. Because of that pH balancing that goes on in there. Good for varicose veins with cypress oil as well, because it improves circulation. So those properties are really awesome for that. Someone mentioned in my group that they used it with honey and garlic to fight off strep throat or a bacterial or viral infection. Good for warts. There's really so many awesome properties to apple cider vinegar. So if you're like me and the smell of it makes you gag, you can, I don't know, once I put it in my water and I just do the shot, I get over it. But it is strong, but it like I said, it outweighs the cons. And I think if everyone could just simply use it for that properties alone, then you're going to really benefit from it. Again, it detoxifies the body. It is good for antifungal bacteria. It's good as a pH balancer. It's good for your hair. It's good for everything. There's really nothing that it's not beneficial for. And it's good for blood pressure and diabetes and heart health and weight loss. And it has that acetic acid in it. It has potassium, magnesium, probiotics, and enzymes in it. So there's really nothing you can lose by using apple cider vinegar. And as much as I hate it, I use it. And usually my routine is I will put about an ounce in some warm water in the morning and take a shot. And in the beginning, when I was getting used to it, I would use a little tiny bit of raw honey just so I could stomach it, because the smell, the taste of it is just, even just smelling it coming from the bottle is really yucky for me. And then it's also really important that that it is raw, that it's unfiltered, and that it has the mother in it, which means that it's that active component that you want. Bragg's is a really good, Bragg's is a really good brand of apple cider vinegar, and it is also USDA organic, it's kosher, and that whole mother thing is like super, super important. It's fermented, okay, so like kombucha, okay, it has that. It's made in a similar way as other fermented drinks like kefir or even wine's fermented. And it's been around for 5,000 years, and it has that like, you guys, I don't know if you can see, but that yucky, cobwebby, murky stuff, that's strands. Those are like those bacteria cultures that are in there. So those are good things. So don't be afraid of those. And that may be present. It actually clues you into the fact that that's a good a good thing in the apple cider vinegar. Those are the bacteria that are, once they enter the body, are going to provide all those wonderful healing benefits. So don't let that kind of sketch you out. There's no calories, there's no sugar in apple cider vinegar. And the first use, and I'm just reading this here, the first use of apple cider vinegar was used as a disinfectant, and it still is today. And just remember that they're not all created equally, guys. And to get the most out of your apple cider vinegar, you want to make it sure that it's, like I said, it's raw, it has the mother intact, which just means it still contains the beneficial compounds, including probiotic. And it's imperative that you select organic, unfiltered, unpasteurized apple cider vinegar to get all those benefits, because going into the store and buying one that's not, you're going to not get those benefits. And the whole purpose of apple cider vinegar is all of those benefits. So I thought I would just jump on here and say hi and do a quick apple cider vinegar chit chat, and I will be back tonight, guys, to kind of talk about me and my story and how I got started as a holistic nutritionist and why I am where I am today, and hopefully you guys can tune into that. If anyone has questions, I'll take a few really quickly, but I gotta run, so if you have questions, throw them in here. I'm just gonna scroll up and see. I saw some stuff come in before. Is apple cider vinegar capsules the same as the liquid form? I would prefer just using the raw form myself. I wouldn't really encapsulate that. And you actually want it to hit the stomach acid, and encapsulating it, actually you miss that whole purpose. Let's see. I tried to take this daily, but I kept getting cold sores. It's not going to unbalance your pH. It's going to make you more alkaline. So you probably have an underlying issue with your cold sores, which is immunity. And sometimes when you do things to better yourself, you get sick first. So you could try and stick it out. You can totally use it for acne, pregnancy acne, and women who are pregnant, you can use apple cider vinegar during pregnancy. Yeah, you can use it for yeast infections. Yeah, it's totally good for yeast. I think there's more to it than just that, but it's a good component. Yes, I will do that. Yeah, it's okay if you bought capsules. Apple cider vinegar is not really expensive. I think maybe this bottle is $12, and like, trust me, you go through it slowly because you're not inhaling apple cider vinegar. But it's one of those things. Price outweighs. I mean, like I said, if I only had $10 left, I'd put it towards my health, and everything else would come secondary to that. Yeah, you can use apple cider vinegar in a detox bath. I mean, for me, I can't stomach the smell of it, so the last thing I want to do is bathe in apple cider vinegar. But yeah, you can totally add it to a bath with magnesium flakes or salts for sure. Yeah, I know it smells, but suck it up. It's better. I hate it too. How do you like to choke the crap down? I just suck it up. Just do it in a shot. It's the same way I never liked drinking alcohol, but when I used to go out and drink, I would just suck it up and be a soldier. Yeah, I'm a big baby about it too. It does not cause yeast infections. Now, because it is so strong as a probiotic or a digestive, it could increase symptoms before it gets worse. Now, whenever you do something that's detoxifying, often, let's say eczema, for instance, if you have eczema and you're detoxing and you're using certain things to help bring out the detox, or you're doing a coffee enema, you could like have full breakouts. I used to break out all along the side of my neck and on my chest when I first started detoxing, but that crap wants to come out of your body. So if things get worse, get over that hump and go through that little bump in the road to make sure that you excrete that all from your body. It's better out of your body, guys, than in your body. Yeah, it's great for your hair. How much should you use in a toxic bath? I wouldn't say you'd put in cups in there, maybe a half a cup in there. I'm not sure. You'd have to Google that one. I'm not apple cider vinegar bath savvy. Any other questions, guys, before I jump off of here? Just a little impromptu apple cider vinegar. ACV, if you guys see me use that on my post, that's what it stands for, is apple cider vinegar. ACV. Any other questions? New? Yes? Okay, guys, hope to see some of you tonight on my 9:30 live, talking all about moi and my story. What does this say? Read that you're supposed to take it before eating. Yeah, I mentioned that. So you want to take it anywhere 5 to 10 minutes before eating, and especially in the morning. Like, usually I get up, I'll do my apple cider vinegar shot, which I haven't done today. If I was brave, I would do that on camera, but guys, it's so nasty. I wouldn't want you to see my apple cider vinegar face. So yeah, 5 to 10 minutes before a meal, and first thing in the morning, it's good. You can even mix it with your fresh squeezed lemon in the morning. Usually I just need to get that out of the way. I have my chug chaser beside me ready, which is my 2 scoops of Asante greens, my fresh pressed lemon in there, and a couple drops of grapefruit oil, and I do my shot and I chug, 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 chug. You're welcome. Yeah, you can use it. Yeah, you could totally use it for a natural deodorant and in a face mask too. It's way too close to my nose for that. Any other questions, guys? Or I'm jumping off here. Going once, going twice, 3 times. Bye, guys. I'll see you later.